Thank you so much, Professor Szilágyi, and thank you for the kind opportunity to give this presentation here today. Presenting at the end of a conference is always an ungrateful task since the dinner is so close. So I'm trying to be as effective as possible. In the Hungarian legal system, there are basically 5 sources of law for the use and protection of national symbols. The fundamental law enshrines state symbols as symbols of sovereignty, like the coat of arms, the flag, and the national anthem. The use and protection of these symbols, however, is regulated in detail in various legal sources, like the Act on the use of the coat of arms and flag of Hungary and state decorations, Section 334 of the Hungarian Criminal Code on the defamation of national symbols, a government decree on certain aspects of flag hoisting of public buildings, a ministerial decree on the authorization required for the grant of protection of trademarks and designs containing the coat of arms or the flag, and finally, the Act on the commemoration of the founding of the state of St. Stephen and the Holy Crown, which is more a solemn commemoration than a law laying down precise legal rules for the protection of national symbols. These have been complemented by the practice of the Constitutional Court. In the following, I briefly outline the most important provisions of these legal sources, and after that, the decisions of the Constitutional Court. Firstly, the Act on the use of the coat of arms and flags and state decorations. According to the reasoning to the proposal of this Act, national symbols are symbols that express the innermost feelings of the nation and embody its unity, the permanence of which is in the national interest, and this requires stability not only in the way they are shaped and described, but also in the way they are used. The Act uses essential difference in functions of the coat of arms and the flag and set the rules and limits of use. The coat of arms has been regulated as a symbol of statehood, while the flag has been regulated as a symbol of nationalism, a traditional symbol of national feeling, which could be used more freely and with fewer restrictions. The coat of arms. Some organ of the state, like Constitutional Court or government, please forgive me for not listing them all, may use and place it in their buildings without any permission. The President of the Republic shall be entitled to use the coat of arms with 2 angels as shield holders, and the Prime Minister shall be entitled to use the coat of arms with turkey oak and olive branches. These are the ones. The coat of arms of local and national minority self-government must be clearly distinguishable from the coat of arms of Hungary in order to promote the professional creation with the heraldic tradition. The government shall establish a national coat of arms commission, and local governments and national minority governments have to seek the opinion of this commission before creating or amending its coat of arms. A natural person or a legal person may not use the coat of arms in the exercise of his profession or vocation, but a law may provide otherwise in respect of a person or a specific group of persons. On national holidays, the flag of Hungary shall be hoisted in a ceremony with military honors in front of the building of the parliament. At international fairs, in particular exhibitions, trade fairs, and international cultural or social events, the minister who responsible for the coordination of government action may authorize the occasional use of the coat of arms if the holder has received public funds for organizing or participating in the event, and the importance of the international fair event and the activity justifies the use of the coat of arms. For private person, the occasional use of the coat of arms and the flag, however, is permitted on national holidays, on the occasion of related and other social events, in particular political, economic, scientific events, etc. Other commemorations of national character and military honors. The use of the flag together with the coat of arms is also permitted on these occasions. However, when using the coat of arms and the flag, everyone must respect their authority and dignity. The Hungarian criminal code, we have one section, but I am not a criminal lawyer, so you can read the text on the slide. As we have indicated, the major national symbols of Hungary, which are primarily state symbols, such as the national anthem, the flag and the coat of arms, are defined in the fundamental law. These are ones that are primarily protected by criminal law. However, it is interesting to note that in view of its special role of Hungarian history and in the development of our constitution, the Hungarian criminal code also protects the Hungarian Holy Crown. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, the constitutional assessment of the criminal law protection is more interesting than the rules of criminal code itself. Not offending my criminal law colleagues. I'm so sorry. I will present about this in more detail at the practice of the Constitutional Court, because that is my workplace. So really sorry. The Act 1 of 2000 is the so-called Millennium Law, is a commemorative law, a kind of tribute to founding of the state, the provisions of which concern the custody and protection of the Hungarian Holy Crown. It is interesting that this law should have been our new constitution, but there was no enough political will at the beginning of the century, and this is finally is a commemorative law. By the Act 1 of 2000, the National Assembly established the Holy Crown Council for the protection and preservation of the Holy Crown and in its insignia. The members of the Council shall be the President of the Republic, the Prime Minister, the Speaker of National Assembly, the President of the Constitutional Court, the President of the Curia, which is the Supreme Court of Hungary, the President of the Hungarian Academy of Science, and the President of the Hungarian Academy of Arts. The President of the Republic is the Chairman, at the moment Chairwoman, of the Council. And the protection of national symbols in the case law of the Hungarian Constitutional Court I have the two main decisions. First, the decision 13 of 2000. In this case, the Constitutional Court examined the provisions of the former Hungarian Criminal Code concerning the defamation of national symbols. Two petitions were received, which was merged by the court. According to the petitioner's position, the criminal law protection of national symbols violated the freedom of expression as a fundamental right. In the case, the Constitutional Court reviewed the constitutional and criminal law of certain European countries in relation to national symbols, the relevant international conventions, and the case law of the European Court of Human Rights. In the comparative analysis, the Constitutional Court examined the nature of the constitutional regulation of national symbols in the practice of European countries. It noted that most of the European constitutions contain rule of specific national symbols, which are generally placed at the beginning of the constitutions in the context of sovereignty. According to the court, in the West, North, and South, the European constitutions most often specify the national colors. Some include the national anthem, the capital, the official language, the oath, and the use of slogans or mottos as national symbols. Central and Eastern European constitutions are coat of arms oriented, and almost without exception, the flag, the anthem, and the capital are included in all constitutions alongside the coat of arms. In addition, the official language and the state seal are common. According to the Constitutional Court, there are two types of constitutional regulation of the national symbols. There are constitutions that describe the content of the national symbols, such as the elements of the coat of arms, while other constitutions leave the regulation of the national symbols to the lawmaker. The court also found, on the basis of a comparative analysis, that the violation of national or state symbols is punishable by criminal law in several European countries. A comparative study has shown that many European countries have criminal law rules that restrict freedom of expression in relation to state symbols. In these democratic countries, it is therefore considered necessary to prevent the expression of opinions which are offensive to the symbols of the state, to prevent the expression of opinions which are offensive to those who profess a sense of belonging to that state. This is the reason. According to the Constitutional Court, the freedom of expression has generally been extended in European constitutional democracies, and at the same time, the scope of the legal objects which are protected by criminal law has been narrowed. In democratic societies, notwithstanding national historical traditions, these protected legal objects include national symbols. Inter alia, as a result of constitutional provisions, the parliament have a wide discretion to include their national symbols among the objects protected by criminal law. In his decision, the Constitutional Court pointed out that the symbols are part of the history of humanity and human communities. On the one hand, symbols have expressed the affiliation of the individuals using the symbol to a particular community, and on the other hand, they have also represented the community as a whole. Besides others, symbols of national communities have been organized by the state are of particular importance. According to the court, the notion of nation as a community has historical significance. The nation has been inseparably linked to state power in the historical process of nation-state formation. National symbols are a reflection of this historical process and have thus become symbols of statehood. National symbols also have the power to preserve and maintain the idea of sovereignty in times of loss or limitation of statehood. I think this is an interesting question today because of the European processes. According to the court, finally, national symbols therefore have a dual meaning. On the one hand, they can be regarded as external forms of display the statehood and state sovereignty, and on the other hand, they are also means of express belonging to the nation as a community. And finally, the Constitutional Court made much shorter but more significant findings in decision 535 of 1996, where the petitioner sought a declaration of the unconstitutionality of the former act on the use of the national symbols because it generally prohibited the use of the coat of arms by social organizations. Please forgive me not presenting the whole decision, just as closing my presentation, the main finding of the Constitutional Court, according to which the constitutional provisions on national and state symbols are linked to such main values as the sovereignty of the people and of the state, national identity and integrity and inviolability of the state territory. And thank you for your kind attention.